In the previous episode, I showed you how to open a file using space.command. Let's imagine that instead of opening a file, you use that command to open a directory. And this is what happened. Instead of seeing the content of a file, you're now seeing the content of a directory. This mode is called dir-ed, which stands for Directory Editor. And as the name suggests, it's not only about viewing the content of the directory, but also about interacting with the content of that directory. So what is possible here? First of all, you can just move using irregular VI keys like J, K, up and down. If there's too many details on this screen, you can use opening parentheses to switch between the full view and the simple view, like so. You can go to a subdirectory by pressing Enter, like so. You can go up by pressing dash, down and up, like so. So you can explore this directory and its subdirectories directly within Emacs. But that's not all. Let's say you would like to quickly create a directory inside .jam. So I press plus and I say dummy. I confirm and now I have an empty directory. Let's imagine I change my mind. So I can press D and now the file is selected. There is a D, uppercase D letter on the left. And now if I press X, I will delete that directory and its content, like so. Let's repeat that. Plus another dummy there. Let's go inside and let's create a file here. So I press space dot as before and let's say test HTML. Let's go back, and let's mark this directory to delete and press X to execute. I can use O to sort by name and by date, like so. I can press uppercase M to modify the file modes. So for example, I would like to remove the writing for the user, so -W, like that, or adding it again. Or I could say remove for the user writing and add for the group, like that. Let's revert to the previous state, like that. Also, I can change the owner directly from this view. So if I press uppercase O, I can now change the owner. I will leave it as it is. I can quickly select all directories in this .jam directory by pressing */. So there is a star sign on the left. And if I press T, toggle, I can switch between files and directories, files and directories. I can press uppercase U to unselect all. I can use M to select a file or directory and U to unselect it. So I can select this Ruby directory and the credentials file, and then by pressing T, I invert the selection. Let's unselect. So now if I press Ctrl W, V, I'm splitting the window into two. In the right side, let's go inside the spec. I'm pressing Ctrl W to switch between windows, like so. So now I'm in the left window, and if I press uppercase C, I can now copy this file to the right window. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's switch to the right window. Let's mark this file for deletion and let's execute. Let's go back to the left window. Now if I press uppercase R, I can move this file to the right directory, I switch the window, I press R, and I move it back. Uppercase R, and back again. There is a variable called dirt do what I mean target, and you have to have it set for true, so that if you have two windows, once you select an operational file, the default destination will be the other window. So let's do it again. So let's move the file, uppercase R. Let's switch the window and move it back again. So now let's select more than one file using M for marking. Let's press uppercase R and move it to the other directory. Let's move it back, like so. Let's switch uppercase U to unselect all. So that's pretty cool, but there is even more. If I press I while in this window, which is the insert mode in VI, I can now change the name of this file. If I write this buffer, the change will be reflected in the file system. So I'm switching to the right window now. I'm opening the shell. I do ls. As you can see, the file name is now changed. Let's switch back to the left buffer. Let's repeat that operation. So I'm now in the insert mode. I'm renaming the file. I'm writing the buffer using :W. And now here, it's reflected in the file system. This is a short intro to dir-ed mode. We just scratched the surface. That's all for today. May the Emacs power be with you.